Today's video starts on page 29 with a problem of the day. It says, give your reasoning. So you're going to explain and reason through these. This Math Journal question 26 says, how is the process of solving the equation 3/5 x minus 1 equals 3/10 x plus 1/5 different than from simplifying the expression? So you're solving the equation and simplifying this expression. How is the process different? So give me some good math explanation there. Use some good math vocabulary. Question 13 says, Priscilla was asked to solve the equation -4p plus 5 equals 7. Here is her solution. Priscilla concluded that p equals 1/2 is the solution of the equation. Describe and correct the error that Priscilla made. So use some math vocabulary there, good explanation, and we'll go over those two in class. The next page is actually the homework page that we're going to do in class tomorrow, but I'm going to do a couple of these just to get us started so we don't have quite as many to do tomorrow. So first one I'm going to do is this first number 4 that says 1 minus r equals -5. So that is a positive 1. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides to balance this. And be careful, that's a negative r equals -6. Nope, cannot solve for a negative variable. So I have two options here. I can multiply both sides of the equation by -1, or I could divide both sides of the equation by -1, but don't do both, right? So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by -1. -1 times -r will give me r, yes, okay, and -6 times -1 will give me +6. I'm going to check this. 1 minus r equals -5. I think the answer is 6. 1 minus 6, is that equal to -5? Yes, it is. -5 equals -5. Yippee. So cannot solve for a negative variable. Remember that. No negative variables. The next ones I'm going to do are on the next page. So please turn the page. I'm going to do number 14, number 16, and number 13, these three starred ones here. So number 14 says -13 is equal to 5 times the quantity 1 plus 4m's minus 2m's. Now the oops that I see kids do is they think this 5 also multiplies that -2m. No. It's not in the parentheses. That's a like terms problem. So -13, first thing I'm going to have to do is distribute, equals 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times +4m's is 20m's minus 2m's. So I distributed first. Remember we talked about this in class. First we distribute, then we combine like terms, then we add or subtract, then we multiply or divide. Those 4 steps, we wrote it in our spirals. Distribute, combine like terms, add or subtract, then multiply or divide. So combine like terms before you start balancing by doing inverse. So 20m's take away 2m's, those are like terms, I'm going to combine them. So 13 equals 5 plus 20 take away 2 is 18m's. Well, that's a +5. Now I'm going to do balance, inverse. +5's opposite is to subtract 5, right? Those cancel, cancel, cancel. -18 equals 18m's. Well, 18 is a +18, so I'm going to divide by a +18 by the exact same signed number. And 18 over 18 does equal 1, so cancel that. I get m on the right, leave it on the right. And -1, I believe, is the answer. When I put -1 back in there, let's see. 4 times -1, that's -4 plus 1. -4 plus 1 is -3. 5 times -3 is -15. So this part of the expression here, that's -15. And then negative 2 times negative 1, putting that m equals negative 1 there. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Oh, yeah, that does equal negative 13. So a little mini check. Yes, I did get the right answer. Now I'm going to go on to the next problem. Number 16 says negative 2 is equal to the opposite of n minus 8. Or negative 2 is equal to negative 1 distributed to n minus 8. And that's usually how I do it. So I'm going to distribute. Negative 1 times n is negative n. Negative 1 times negative 8 is positive 8. So now I have, a negative n. I'm going to solve that in just a minute. Remember, I did that in the first problem. Cannot solve for negative n. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. And I get negative 10 equals negative n. Well, can't solve for negative n. No, 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 no. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1. Got to do the balance idea, right? And I will get negative n times negative 1 is positive n equals positive 10. Putting that back in, 10 minus 8, that's 2. The opposite of 2 is negative 2. Yippee, right answer. And the last one I'm going to do today is number 13. I've got distributing here. So I have 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 6 is 30. I'm going to bring down what I have not touched, which is that negative 3 plus, and it equals 37 over here on the left. So I do have like terms here. I have positive 30 and negative 3, which I'm going to combine to get 27. So 5x plus 27 on the right side, and on the left side I have 37. Now I'm going to undo my addition or subtraction by subtracting here 27 on both sides of the equation. Cancel. I get 10 equals 5x's. Divide by 5. Cancel. Divide by 5 on both sides. Goal inverse balance check. And I get 2 is equal to that x. Okay, I'm going to put that x back in here. Doing a mental check. 2 plus 6 is 8. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 and negative 3 does combine to 37. Yippee! I got it right. Go on to the next problem. But that's all that I'm going to do on this page for today, and we will finish these in class tomorrow.